This should be where Kokomi said to meet her. Do you still remember this place? Paimon remembers we came by here last time. That was back when you did your stint at... Things on the island must have changed a lot since...
If the enemy outnumbers you, seek their weak. Marauders on the waterfront are supplied by sea.
General Goro, sir, do you have a verdict?
More or less. From the directives left behind, we could split into 2 teams. One to draw their attention. Then again, Madame Kokomi made clear that we are not...
Sir, shall I send...
I doubt there's time. Her Excellency's directives also stipulate that we should wait in ambush.
Sir, we're just gonna stand by and watch...
Her Excellency's directives also state help may arrive...
Hey, Goro! What are you guys up to?
Captain, you've returned to Watatsumi.
That's great! Her Excellency... Recently, the remnants of the... Unfortunately, we don't have...
Hard to say no when it's the Fatui. Whatever their plan...
Good. There's not a moment to lose. We'll go behind enemy lines and sabotage... Watch yourselves.
Seems like the Resistance still remembers us. Come on!
Illusion shot! Time to go. As one with wind and cloud. One with nature.
Access denied.
Comrades! They've set the ship on fire! An arson attack! Curse them! They leave us no choice but to attack! Comrades, let's make them regret it!
We were lucky to have you here. We'd have no way to prevent...
What's that you're holding? Is it the directives from Coco? Let Paimon see! Oh, wow!
Yeah. Well...
Are you serious?
Her Excellency always plans for every scenario. Plus, these are her... Still, we're fortunate to have them. They...
Oh, understanding every eventuality...
Captain, are you back on Watatsumi Island to lead Swordfish 2 again? With all... Her Excellency says that now is a time of peace. About half of us are still organized into task forces. Of course, not everyone's happy about it.
The spirit of the Resistance is alive and well. Anyway, we're here because Kokomi invited us to the victory feast. Do you know where we could find...
I believe Her Excellency is currently at Boro. There were reports of a possible disturbance over there. We should probably get going ourselves. And, also, I'm sensing a growing unease among them. They used to tell me all their concerns, but whatever this is, they're keeping it...
Sounds good! Paimon was just ready when you are.
Wait, aren't you Captain of Swordfish? Oh, it is you! Oh, I wasn't with Swordfish 2. But oh, you really gave it to those shogunate samurai in the... Is there anything you need from me? I'm at your service. On edge, you say? In fairness, the battle isn't long over and, well, victory's declared and all of a sudden... I don't know what else it could be, but what I do know is that as long as her ex... And all the more so now that you're back... Serious.
What a nice guy. Let's go ask some other people.
I've definitely seen you somewhere before. Unsettled? Unsettled. Not that I would, necessarily. We're at peace now, finally. And I...
Huh. Seems he's about to fall asleep. Let's leave him.
Ugh, I don't understand what Her Excellency is
Exactly. Everyone knows you can't trust the Tenryo Commission.
Wait, for real? You're sure?
Positive. Some of our guys had a run.
I knew it! The Tenryo Commission are a bunch of...
Shh, keep your voice down. Someone's...
Hey there! What you talking about?
Captain, you're back! Do you think we should tell the Captain about what we were discussing?
No, let's not mention it. She's one of her closest advisors.
I'm sure the Captain would see where we're coming from, but... welcome back to Watatsumi Island, Captain. Nothing...
Her Excellency should be in the village at present.
Paimon definitely detected some hush.
Admit it! We know you've been secretly supplying the Tenryo Commission with goods purchased on Watatsumi Island. I knew something was off about a Tenryo Commission merchant doing business here. So, what do you have to say for yourself, huh?
I'm innocent! Ha! You're as guilty as they come. You never should have been allowed to set foot on this island, let alone do business here. Take him away!
Wait! Kokomi! There you are! Something's going down over here! You should take a look, pronto!
Your Excellency, this merchant is suspected of criminal activity, so we seized him for questioning. Our surveillance shows that in his whole time here, he has made numerous purchases, but no sales. And yet he has no stock in his possession. We believe it's highly probable...
I haven't!
That will do. Let's not let ourselves get too worked up here, shall we? Matsuda, Uchimura, I understand that you're concerned for the safety of Watatsumi, but before we make any decisions over whether this merchant is if he's guilty, of course, there will be consequences. Excuse me, sir. As you know, my subordinates have some concerns surrounding your commercial activity here.
Of course! I'm a trader on the island. So, but then I was robbed by the Fatui. They took everything. Now, you think about that. First, I lose all my inventory.
And why should we believe you? So what? That doesn't prove they took his goods. And even if they did, it'll still end up in the Tenryo Commission's hand.
What? The Tenryo Commission are colluding with the Fatui now? I suppose it is true.
What, the Tenryo Commission start colluding with the Fatui after? We met a representative of the Kujo clan recently, but on the way over here,
It has been brought to my attention. We are scheduled to begin peace talks with the Kujo Sara and I will be accompanied by our guards. We will use the talk, but just as arrangements for the peace talks began to fall into place, I started hearing rumors of collusion between the Kujo clan, and if that's the case, then the peace talks are likely a trap. Even the Kamis... Sir, are you quite certain that your goods were stolen?
Yes, it's the truth. I swear. They stole my goods and then they ran off that way.
Very well. However, if we find evidence to corroborate...
Yes, of course.
Matsuda? Uchimura...
Well received, Your Excellency.
Good. Now, Traveler, Captain of Swordfish Platoon Section 2, would you join me in the investigation? At ease, soldier. For the time being, at least. Besides, I'm sure you won't be on Watatsumi Island forever.
if we do find the merchant's goods in the hands of the Fatui, it'll... prove he's innocent. Whatever's going going on between the Fatui and the Tenryou Commission? We need to get to the bottom of it.
This must be the Fatui camp that from the looks of it. It used to be a village.
Looks pretty heavily guarded.
Not by brute force, that's for sure. But that's not our enemies in the light while we are in the shadow. Option 1. Take the king if we strike from above and take down their leader first. The rest of them will be hard-pressed to put up a seat. Option 2. Hit them where it hurt. If we manage to discreetly set the gunpowder alight, they'd be caught completely off guard. Both their... Option 3. Use the environment against them.
Wow, that's our grand strategy.
That will depend on our assessment of our own. A surprise attack from the air is the quickest solution. With an explosion, we could rapidly reduce their numbers without a project. If we decide to take advantage of the environment, we should be prepared. There's the swordfish captain I know. It's decided then. Look, we should take them down as quickly as possible and
Rebuild!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night, one with nature.
You can see the last of us.
There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal.
Looks like
Hold the line!
Illusion shut.
Allow me! Covenant of the Deep!
Can't run from death.
That wasn't quite what I'd... But it happens. Battles are complex things, and the situation evolves constantly.
Seems like a
And yet, the outcome is quite satisfying. I must admit, I wasn't expecting to find the... What's their objective? Let's scour the camp for evidence.
All right, time. So these are the Fatui food supplies? They look a little past their best. Is this really all they had to eat? Hey, look here! Could these belong to the merchant? Whoa! This place is chock full of bomb-making materials! Kokomi! Kokomi! We found the merchant's stuff!
I see. Oh, nothing. I just zoned out for a moment. Let's see here. Yes, these are the stolen goods, all right. Food, medicine, farming tools. All essential for post-war recovery. And he was probably stockpiling. By contrast, it's doubtful that the Tenryou Commission... In all likelihood, he's just an opportunist.
He's hardly a saint, though. We're not just gonna give them back to him and let him...
Don't worry. I had already foreseen this. In my recently issued post-war temporary decree, I included restrictions on the prices of essential everyday goods. These items will ultimately... If he had taken the time to read the decree...
Kokomi, you think of everything!
I wish that were true. Take the... the low energy...
Huh?
Nothing. Come on, let's take the goods back. It's not long now until the victory feast.
Got it! First we mend the piece, then...
My goods! You got them back. Thank you, Your Excellency. And you see, I told you I was innocent.
I'm not so sure. You could have easily planned the whole...
Based on the information we gathered from the Fatui camp, there's no... Had it been the case, then knowing how the Fatui operates, they would have...
But what if...
No ifs, no buts. We've...
Apologies.
Guess we got carried away.
What did I tell you? You army no...
Sir, I'm afraid you're getting ahead of yourself. You may be innocent of the accusations originally leveled. You have already admitted to being the owner of these goods.
Wait, Your Excellency, whose side are you on here?
I have no business taking sides. As the divine priestess of Watatsumi Island, just as merit must be recognized, mistakes...
Wait a minute,
Well, don't just stand there. Take...
Your Excellency, he says all the goods belong to him. Those of a Tenryou Commission emblem are probably his, but not the rest. Especially these ones. They're clearly for shrine use.
It seems the Fatui... I know, that's a lot to ask.
Not at all, Your Excellency. We're on it. But if I may, Your Excellency, maybe there were no signs of collusion in this case. I know the peace talks are coming up, so please keep an open mind.
I understand your concern. I'll be sure... I'm going to take these items back... Watatsumi Island observes different customs than the rest of Inazuma. I imagine it must all seem a little alien to you. It's been a long time since I last came to this village. There's been a lot to deal with recently. Next time you visit, I'll take you to visit Watatsumi Island's old shrine. You know, the earliest shrine on Watatsumi Island was not located in Sangonomiya. It was close to the Statue of the Seven. Back then, the people of this island recognized the shogun's existence, despite not venerating her as the shogunate do. But after she struck down our protector deity, the shrine was abandoned. Relations between Watatsumi Island and the shogunate have soured ever since. Mistrust has become deep-rooted over time. I've been hoping to raise all this at the peace talks and discuss it properly. Grievances have to be like...
Your Excellency, what brings you out this way on your busy... Oh my, you're looking a little worse for wear.
Thanks.
Your Excellency, I beg you, heed a word of advice. After all this time fighting, if we reconcile with them...
Come on, that's ancient history. Besides, the fighting is...
I know, it's just...
I appreciate your concerns.
Wonderful. We're all...
Oh, Your Excellency? Well, I'll be... fancy meeting you. Do you know, my daughter's enrolled herself in the Shrine Maiden selection process this year. If she... I'm always telling my daughter that if she gets the chance to learn from her... I mean, just look at her Excellency, still so young.
Well, if she comes to Sangonomiya, I'll look out for...
Your Excellency. Boy, am I glad you're here. As you know, agricultural output has taken a pretty big hit this year. Let me bring you up to...
Oh, Your Excellency! Isn't this the...
Your Excellency!
Please, remain calm. Though, for the longer ones, I'd prefer it if you could write a report and submit it to... Are you alright? This kind of thing is water.
Your Excellency, here you are. There's been a situation. We're still waiting on the delivery of a whole batch of ceremony.
Oh, we retrieved those already.
Really? That's fantastic. I sorted through all the petitions received recently. Also, according to the schedule, your...
That's today?
Yes, the two young ladies have...
I see. Oh, let's rendezvous tomorrow at the entrance to Sangonomiya Shrine.
Yay! The victory feast!
That's the name of the game. There'll be someone...
Great! See you tomorrow then! Kokomi isn't here yet. That's weird. She doesn't seem like the type to show up late to things. Let's wait a little longer. How How is she still not here? Do you think she could be in trouble? Let's go ask that soldier over there.
Are you looking for Her Excellency? I'm afraid she isn't here at the moment. I don't know where she's gone.
So strange. Guess we should just call it a rain check then?
Not necessarily. If I recall correctly, Her Excellency has made special provisions for such a scenario in her general operational directives. Let me see. Yes, number 98. Should a visitor from afar come to see me, and should my The footnote stipulates that this only applies. As far as I'm concerned, you two tick all of the boxes.
Kokomi really does think of... Are you sure this is the right place? Feels like we keep heading deeper into the middle of nowhere. Hey, doesn't that tree look like the one she described in the directive? It looks like there's a way in over there. Let's take a look. Kokomi! So this is where you ran off to. We were gonna meet up and get things ready.
It's you. I apologize. I'm not...
You got sick? We'll go find a doctor right away!
No. It's nothing.
You run on energy?
No. It's just a figure of speech. I'm ashamed. You noticed? I guess I haven't quite mastered... To be honest, I'm not really cut out to be a leader. Not constantly communicating with people, trying to retain their morale, having to read between the... You're somehow supposed to make people feel wonderful. But because of my bloodline, I was... So, whenever I feel... Don't worry, it doesn't affect my work. I have to make a speech tonight.
Is there anything we can do to help?
I should be feeling energized again soon. I was reading a book last time I was here, but...
We'll find it for you. And then we'll read it out to you.
You do that? I'm really lucky you came back to Watatsumi Island.
Whoa, look at all these So does Kokomi make time to deal with Sangonomiya events cash flow state? This is a lot of work for one person. And it's... Let's track down that book. Hey, look! Could this be the book she wanted? Swordfish Captain came back today. Energy plus...
That's just... Give it here.
Guess that was the wrong one. Let's keep looking. It's gotta be this one, right? Look, there's even a bookmark. None of the other books have one, so she must have... Ooh, it's pretty dense. Well, let's take it over and read it. Kokomi, is this the book you wanted?
I'm not...
Kokomi? Oh no, she's fallen asleep. What are we gonna do? Tonight's the victory feast. Not to mention
published it last month.
Huh, that really perked her up. Alright, let's get to the feast.
It looks like everything's in place for the feast. But I still need to give a...
Oh, how much energy will that take?
Don't worry, I've got plenty.
That's great! We'll be rooting for you.
Welcome, everyone! Recently, our war with the Shogun's army came to an end, and none of us can know what the Inazuma of the future will look like. Thank you all for your valiant efforts throughout. This feast is held in honor of each and every one of you gathered... Tonight seems to have gone off. People tend to be more open when they're in a good mood. I still have no further leads regarding the issue of and I'm concerned that something might happen at tomorrow's peace talk.
Okay, sure. We'll go ask around.
Watatsumi Island is recently... well, the biggest thing for us is that we can finally get back. During the hostilities, the open sea was full of warships. We just had to make do with what little fish and shrimp we could get our hands on. When the catch wasn't good, we'd all go hungry. We'd go to bed ravenous and be tossing and turning all... I hear you're captain of Swordfish...
Oh, no.
Come on, take it. Without you, we'd probably...
Okay, well...
Hey there! Care for some fruit and vegetable? Are you referring to the thing about the Tenryo It's funny you should say that the soldiers seem excitable. He's been acting strange these days. Always shouting and waving his... It's a miracle the fighting has finally come to an end. Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have much information.
Sounds promising. Let's go see what... This guy smells...
Huh? Wait, don't tell me. Captain, you actually came back. I thought you'd have been...
Nuh-uh. We would never run from a fight.
Is that so? All anyone talks about these days. Do you remember what the most important thing is to the Resistance? You got that right. So I'm gonna put you to the test. I'll answer your questions, but only if you...
This guy. What do you think? Are we gonna do this?
We'll see.
Take this!
You're a strong fighter. No, you really do have a warrior's will. Then maybe you can understand us. Captain, comrade, we made it up. The story about the Tenryo commit...
What? Poor Kokomi's been worried. What the heck were you thinking? This could send you...
Yes, that's exactly what we're hoping. Peace talks? Everyone's been drunk. What's to stop the Tenryo Commission from stabbing us in the back? And what's to stop the Raiden Shogun from issuing another... We are the Resistance. We can't trust the Tenryo Commission, or... Surely you agree?
His point does kind of... Yeah, everything you said... Are you seriously
Don't take that tone with me. Acting like... For the sake of victory, we embody. You'd have me just put down my weapon and every time I see them there in my mind's eye. I guess you're not one of us. Well, whatever. Go ahead and...
Too late? What do you mean? Darn. Doesn't seem like he's gonna answer that one. What are we gonna do? This is really serious. So, we found out a few things. The whole thing about the Tenryo Commission colluding with the... They wanted the peace talks to break down so that they could
I see. I'm fine. Don't worry. This is my fault. If only I think I understand what Kozan means when he says it's too late. The talks don't begin until tomorrow. But both sides have already sent their guards to the location. I highly suspect that one of Kozan's pro-war co-conspirators...
Well, that's no good. Do you...
That won't work. Firstly, it would almost certainly push the pro-war faction into taking action. They would attack... Not to mention that we have no idea how...
Sounds like a really tricky situation.
Don't let it worry you. What's done is done. These soldiers crossed the line, but let's meet here again tomorrow. Well, here. Take... These are some directives I wrote last night. I took the liberty of writing them all down. This way...
Whoa, this is huge! Let's see. Fierce dispute, violent... Wow, there are so many! But you've thought of us...
Glad to hear it. These peace talks, but any amount of dissatisfaction within our ranks as the Divine Priestess of Watatsumi Island. Excellent. Okay. It's been a while, Kujo-Sara. I believe the last time we met was on the battlefield.
Yes, where you dealt my forces quite the devastating blow. But before we go any further, what are you doing here?
That's right. She's here to bear witness to the proceedings. She experienced the war between us firsthand and has made an enormous contribution towards securing the peace we have today. I couldn't think of a more suitable candidate.
Seems reasonable. Then let's get straight into it. The first item is the maritime administration issue. During wartime, we intend to remove these restrictions. But going forward...
That's fine. But if they're paying taxes, they should also be entitled to protection. Any losses they sustain due to issues of public security...
Accepted. Let's add that to the peace treaty.
Negotiations seem to be going pretty smoothly.
The next item has to do with the movement of in the past. Our people have been subjected to lengthy interrogations on economic cooperation between our islands has suffered greatly as a consequence. Few merchants are now... Since the war is now over, I propose that we have the Yashiro Commission appoint a business council to oversee...
The problem there is that trade is a reciprocal affair. We'll need to involve merchants from both...
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Watatsumi Island facing severe shortages of many
True, we're experiencing some shortages, but we will recover in due course. Not to mention that your proposal would require separate talks with the...
Let's leave that aside for now, then. On to the military question. Watatsumi Island's forces will need to come back...
That just isn't feasible. Not in the short term.
With all due respect, feasibility doesn't come into it. The Tenryou Commission...
You Kujo scum! Colluding with the Comrades, never trust the Kujo! Let's get them!
Protect Madame Kujo!
Number 16. No, wait. 67? Or is it 73? Which one is it?
But hold off for the moment. Stand down, Tadakatsu! The situation has changed. Please rest assured, I am fully aware of your concerns, but I will deal with the situation from here. Madam Kujo, this is rather serious.
Excuse me for a moment. Nobody makes another move until I have finished investigating. You two, here, now! Speak! Collusion with the Fatui? Is this true?
I wouldn't exactly call it collusion as such.
We were approached by a few Fatui. They mentioned a potential cooperation to keep the war against Watatsumi Island going. At the time, I felt like we could give it a try. After all, there'd be nothing to lose.
But we were extremely careful. We didn't agree to anything. With respect, ma'am, there was no collusion. It was just a one-off conversation.
That's enough. Might I remind you that this is the Fatui? You should be having no interaction with them whatsoever.
The Fatui's main forces have already left Inazuma.
Oh, her subordinates. So one day, I will hunt them down. We bear responsibility for this issue. My sincere apologies. I have my own negligence to blame for...
But of course, Madam Kujo. For the time being, however, there is evidently...
It seems that I must acquiesce. I will lay this issue aside for now. But we shall... As for the trade issues we raised, I will discuss options with the Yashi...
Seems like Kujo-sara's on the defensive now.
I never knew the grand strategist of Watatsumi Island was a skilled negotiator. I hope that when we meet again, we can continue these sit-down I think we can leave things there for today. Once I get back, I will conduct...
I should inform you that we took out a Fatui camp recently. I recommend you say and do nothing on the matter for
I will bear this in mind. I shall take my leave now. Until we meet again.
Your Excellency,
Let's discuss it after we get back.
Your Excellency, you knew?
I have already been informed on the reasons for your actions. You believe the Tenryou Commission to be untrustworthy and sought to sabotage the peace talks and reignite the war. Fortunately, the end result exposed and thwarted a secret Tenryou Commission plot. Yet, this was purely incidental, and the end certainly did not justify your means.
But Your Excellency, so many comrades have sacrificed themselves in the line of duty. If we stop now, aren't all of our efforts going to waste? I want to keep fighting. I want ultimate victory, even if it means I have to pay the ultimate price.
I understand your sentiments, but you cannot simply impose your will and expect others to bear the consequences. During the war, there were highs and there were lows, and in the end, there was a glorious victory. For you, perhaps the experience was one of great excitement. But you saw nothing of the countless others who will remember the war quite differently. Most people suffered terribly through each day. Watatsumi Island's people yearn for peace because they have long since given all they had to the war effort. They are tired of treading water and don't need you dragging them back underneath once again.
But...
I understand, I do. And the fault is not yours alone. It was largely an oversight on my part. I taught you to nurture a warrior's will, but never how to let it go.
It's not your fault, Your Excellency. It was ours. Our selfishness. Either way, we are ready to accept sentencing under martial law.
Very well. Then I hereby declare... that as of today, I am founding a new secret corps of the army. This division will be responsible for keeping Watatsumi Island safe and secure, neutralizing any and all threats to the peace of our island. You and your comrades will all be welcome to join, but be warned, the training will be grueling. Perseverance and grit will be in high demand.
Your Excellency, what are you saying?
I have concluded from today's peace talks that the Kujo clan cannot achieve absolute peace and stability in the near future. Many seek peace, but there are still those who pursue war. It is right that Watatsumi Island moves towards peace, but we must still retain a defensive capacity. Those whose warrior's will is alive and well, I invite you to embark on the most challenging training regimen of your lives. I don't want to hear from any of you again until all of you can take on 2 shogunate samurai at a time.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
All right, dismissed. Go and report to General Goro. And remember, there can be no more insubordination. And if there is, there will be no more leniency from me, whatever reasons you may have.
Yes, ma'am. From now on, we will focus on our training. Thank you for this opportunity, Your Excellency. We'll report to General Goro right away.
I think that's finally everything in hand. I can feel my energy levels starting to drop. Meet you back at the hideout for some rest?